Donald Trump just finished up his rally in Pennsylvania tonight, and once again, it's another awful event from Donald Trump with some very disgusting attacks toward groups like immigrants and women, and of course, he spread his usual conspiracy theories. Just a complete and utter disaster for the Trump campaign. So, I have some clips from this rally to show you. We'll talk about them a little bit, but let's just jump right in. So the first clip I want to show you is Donald Trump attacking his favorite group to go after, and that's immigrants. And in this clip, the entire crowd at this venue starts chanting, "Send them back." Just a really, really gross moment. Let's take a look at what Donald Trump had to say.
With left-wing nonprofits to inundate Pennsylvania communities, changing the character of small towns and villages all over our country and changing them forever. They will never be the same. They will never be. Do you think Springfield will ever be the same? I don't think. The fact is, and I'll say it now, you have to get them the hell out. You have to get them out. I'm sorry. To get them out. Can't have it. Can't have it. They've destroyed it. It's terrible. It's terrible to say, and it's...
I mean, it's so hateful. It's so reprehensible. It's disgusting. I mean, this entire group of people are chanting, "Send them back." They're on their feet, throwing their fists in the air, saying, "Send them back." And Donald Trump's encouraging it with his xenophobic, racist lies, saying, "Oh, these towns are being destroyed. Will Springfield ever be the same?" You know what's happened in Springfield? Bomb threats to hospitals, to schools, to private residences, attacks toward Haitian immigrants, their houses, their property, their vehicles. Folks are hiding out in their houses because people like Donald Trump continue to target the community in Springfield, which, by the way, are legal immigrants. The Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio are legal. The Republican governor of Ohio even confirmed this. And yet, Donald Trump is saying, oh, these legal immigrants are destroying this community in Ohio, and we have to send them back. To where? They're legally here. They are legally in the United States. They went through the process, did the right thing. And Donald Trump saying, nope, no, not enough. And his supporters are on board. Just so we're clear here, if Donald Trump wins, legal immigrants are not protected. They're not safe. Unfortunately, it's tragic to say, but Donald Trump and his administration will go after these people, and his supporters will encourage it. You saw them on their feet chanting reprehensible things about people that are here legally. And I mean, just listen to his disgusting attacks saying, oh, these people have destroyed these towns. It's like we've almost heard this before in history with dictators targeting certain groups, putting everything on those certain groups and those people, saying, yeah, they destroyed these towns. They destroyed the country. They destroyed your way of life. Anytime somebody who wants to be a dictator does that, it always ends badly. Just think about people in history who have targeted certain groups of people. Donald Trump's doing that right now and continues to do that. And in this same vein, he continues with his gross rants about immigrants with this next clip at his rally, which I just think is particularly disgusting, maybe even more disgusting than the last. Let's take a look.
But it's very tough because we'll take one young woman with 2 children and they'll put them in a bus to take them back to some country, and it'll be put in the fake news, and it'll be a terrible story. It's terrible. And the whole country will turn against it. It's a very tough thing to do. We have to do it carefully. But we have to get murderers and drug dealers and all these people that are coming into our country. We have to get them out of here. It's not...
Yeah, I mean, again, he's just targeting innocent people, labeling them as murderers or whatever it might be. And look at the example he just used, right? Look at the example he just used. A single mother with her kids. Donald Trump's like, yeah, you got to send them back. Those kids in question probably came to the United States at a young age. They don't know anything else. They've grown up in the United States. They go to school in the United States. They're interacting in their community in the United States. They're not doing anything wrong. They're contributing to their community. And Donald Trump's like, no. Get them out. Off you go. Get out of the country. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, if you're an independent voter, if you're somebody who maybe has voted for Republican in the past, voted for Democrat in the past, I don't know how anybody can look at this and think, yeah, that's okay. Like, yeah, you know what? We need less people in this country working jobs. We need less people in this country being teachers and interacting in their community, volunteering for the soccer team in their local community. Yeah, no, we need less of that. Because that's what Donald Trump's talking about here. Taking kids and their mother, a single mother with 2 kids, and sending them back to whatever country they originally came from. Gross. It's disgusting. Nobody's saying that we don't need immigration reform. We absolutely need immigration reform. But the problem is not a single mother with 2 kids. That is not the problem. The problem is the law that just needs to be rewritten to clarify things and investing more in immigration courts and border patrol and things of that nature, not whatever the hell this guy is talking about. It's reprehensible. But then he goes on to attack women, another group of people that Donald Trump loves to pick on. And just take a look at what he had to say here as well.
Women will be happy, healthy, confident, and free. You will no longer be thinking about abortion. So all they talk about abortion because we've done something that nobody else could have done. It is now where it always had to be, with the state.
Just think about that for a second. So Trump's claim here is that, oh, if I get elected, women are going to be happy and they're going to be prosperous and there won't be any negativity anymore. And then he's saying you won't be talking about abortion anymore. He just thinks that if he wins, then women are just going to be like, yeah, you know what? My reproductive rights, they don't matter. It's out the window. I'm happy that Donald Trump got elected. This guy is goddamn delusional to think something like that women are just going to go silently and say, well, Trump's elected. My reproductive rights don't matter anymore. BS. Utter BS. And his whole lie of like, oh, you're going to be so much happier if I'm elected. Really? When Donald Trump's going after the right to contraception, the right to IVF, the right for women to just generally control their own bodies, get an abortion if they need to, that's going to make women happy and prosperous? Really, Donald? Yeah, this guy's out of his goddamn mind. Women should have the right to choose what they want to do with their body. And the idea that Donald Trump, this guy, knows what's best for the women of this country, utterly delusional. Utterly delusional. This is so, and by the way, this is just weird. What a weird thing to say. Like, oh, if you elect me, you're going to be so happy and women are going to be so much better off. Just a very gross thing to say. This guy should never talk about women ever again. It's almost like the Republican Party wants to lose women voters with the way that they talk about women and the policy they push. Disgusting. Really gross. As always, from Donald Trump. No, women will not be happier if Donald Trump is elected. My God. But anyway, the final couple of clips I want to show you is something that made me actually kind of happy, put a smile on my face, and that's people leaving Donald Trump's rally early. They ditched him. They said, nah, not doing it anymore. Take a look at this clip and specifically focus on these aisles here, and you'll see people walking up these aisles, leaving early while Donald Trump is still speaking. Take a look.
Take away your guns and your rifles in violation of the Second Amendment. And she's a communist, and everybody knows it, and our country is not ready for a communist president and won't be for a long, long, long time.
Look at those people.
That's why less than 2 months from now, we are going to tell her that we've had enough. Our country can't take it anymore. Kamala, you've been a terrible vice president. You'll be the worst president in the history.
Yeah, you can hear in the background that he's still in the middle of his spiel. He's still yapping about whatever the hell he's yapping about. But in these rows, people are walking out. They're getting out. They're like, you know what? God, this guy sucks. God, even his own supporters are sick of his incoherent lies and ramblings and whatever the hell he's talking about at this rally. They're sick of it. They're leaving early. This was in the middle of his speech. This was not as he ended. This wasn't him wrapping up. In the middle of his speech, people are like, yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to listen to this anymore. And I don't blame them. Who would want to listen to this nonsense? Who would want to listen to this garbage? I think these Trump supporters are having a little bit of that moment of like, don't meet your favorite celebrities. All these people probably thought, oh, Donald Trump's so great. Then they actually see him speak in person. They're like, wow. That was underwhelming. And here's another clip from a different angle of the crowd really thinning out as the speech went on. I mean, just even on this screenshot right here, just look at all these empty seats.
But you don't have the television guys are all woke, but the real military, you could put them in a room for 2 years and scream woke at them. And when they walk out,
Yeah, I mean, rows of empty seats, people still leaving the crowd. And again, you can hear in the background that Donald Trump is still speaking. His own supporters are sick of whatever he's yapping about. Seriously, you can see it right there. Look at all these empty seats. It's a beautiful sight, and that's why I say it puts a smile on my face, because Kamala Harris was right when she said that people leave Donald Trump's rallies early. And, it angers him. It really does. It set him off at the debate, but it is true. So that was Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania tonight. Utter nonsense. And there were other clips I could have showed you from this event, such as Donald Trump calling for the abolishment of the Department of Education, which is like, what? But, Trump doing his usual thing, targeting groups of people that historically have been targeted, immigrants, women, and more, which is what Donald Trump does. His campaign is full of hate and hateful rhetoric, but that's to be expected from Donald Trump. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this rally and talk about it a little bit. I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe down below. It goes an incredibly long way. I really appreciate it. Also, drop a like on the video and comment. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. And as I always say, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.